Hello guys, NautoAis here, and I want to give my thoughts and closure for this particular topic, and that is Gamexplain. Yeah, so in the past, I did give my opinion about Gamexplain, the controversies, especially with the former employees. They left because of, well, they weren't seeing eye to eye to some extent, a lot of the business, politics behind it, to a point that some of them, they were compromising their health. So they left. Of course, the people I'm talking about, they are now part of Good Vibe Gaming. So at the same time, Andre, the founder of Gamexplain, basically hired some new people. As of August 7th, from what I understand, well, it's been official that Andre on Twitter stated that, yes, Gamexplain is closing down. So I did read the post on what Andre said. And apparently, from what I understand, is that the YouTube channel will still be up. But as for a business, it's not. He said it himself, unfortunately, because due to the situation. And you got to keep in mind that Gamexplain is a Nintendo-centric YouTuber. So everything Nintendo-related, that's what it is. And I got to give credit to RGT85. He kind of talked about the story of what's going on for Nintendo YouTubers. That as of right now, it's hard for them to put in content because there's really nothing about Nintendo. If you know the Switch, the sales are down. People already have Switches. They're getting tired of the Switch. They want the new Switch 2 coming out. What happened was that, Andre said he's shutting down. Gamexplain is no longer a business. The two full-time that's working with him, well, he had to let him go because he couldn't really pay them anymore. Because according to him is because of, well, the diminishing return, they're not really getting a lot of views. So no views meaning less pay, less money coming in, monetizing, you name it. Because a lot of viewers are just, they're not into the Nintendo story anymore because they're waiting for the Nintendo Switch 2. It is what it is. So he's saying that he's not getting a lot of money back, not making a lot of profit for his channel, and he's having a hard time paying the two full-time, that he has to let them go. He even said it himself that he couldn't even do it as a full-time now, to a point that, yeah, what it sounds like it is that he might be going to a corporate route. In other words, might be going to get a corporate job for now just to make a living. It is what it is. Remember I said before in some other video, like with James with the AVGN, some people don't like James working with Screenway Media with the AVGN, which I don't know why. You gotta do to make money. He said it, okay, if I'm doing this for fun without making money, I'm going to be able to only to do 3 per year. I thought it was only 1 per year because he got other things he needs to do. Family, putting food on the table, paying the bills, and those etc. So the bottom line is, with Gamexplain is, there you go. So my thoughts about it is, to some extent, it is unfortunate because people's livelihood, again, have been compromised. They're out of the job. And some of them even said that, hey, I need to look for a new job. It's never, ever okay or laugh at someone if they lose their job. Even if you hate Gamexplain, yes, because like I said, Andre did some controversial thing. It is what it is. And for a guy that, of course, he used to work for IGN, the reason why he got a lot of Nintendo access is because he used to be a journalist. He worked in IGN and he left. He did his own thing with Gamexplain, but apparently, I guess it wasn't that easy, to a point that he's having a hard time paying his employees, and as of right now, it's not. So like I said, it is unfortunate. I'm not really a fan of Gamexplain. Ever since he kind of did wrong with the previous employee, yes, I just can't support that. That's just so wrong. Even so that the people now that working at Good Vibe Gaming said, just leave him alone. It was just a business. Yes, it was a poor decision. It is what it is. I also want to add this, giving my thoughts on. So I did watch a lot of people giving their thoughts on Gamexplain. Well, businessly, if that's the word, closing down. Once again, the channel itself, from what I understand, will not be closed, but it will be treated as, from what I understand from Andre, it's just something that he'll put a video up, share it, get monetized, and that's it. So at least he's getting some extra income doing YouTube video. But as for a full-time job, what it looks like, and probably not. So what it means is he's probably going to put less video on the channel than before. So it is what it is. I kind of said before, like with the AVGN. So a lot of people didn't like AVGN working with Screenwave Media. He said, okay, do you want me to do it by myself without any help? All right, I'll do it, but you're only going to get 3 videos per year. I said 1, but no, James said 3. So that's pretty cool for him to basically say that he could do 3 per year without any returns of what he's doing. He's just doing it for fun. Same goes with iGamer, believe it or not. That's why he's doing Patreon. I think to some extent he's doing sponsors, and I'll talk about that later. And that's why he's able to do now new iGamer shows. And of course, if you follow his secondary channel, the Ghost Doctor, of course, he's talking about a cursed item, but I don't want to talk about it. Really interesting, but at the same time, scary, but it is what it is. What I'm trying to say is, that's how it goes. That if you can't do it full time because you're not going to get any returns, you're not going to do a lot of videos, it is what it is there. Another interesting part that I heard from Nintendo Prime, so credit to him, is that apparently Gamexplain does never do a sponsor, which is kind of weird. I did kind of notice that in the past. I don't know why. I mean, like I said, Andre used to work for IGN, so he should understand about sponsor. Maybe he's not a fan of it. Again, none of my business or whatever. It is what it is. So for me personally, once again, I want to recap on my thoughts. Yeah, it is unfortunate, but at the same time, for me, I don't really feel anything. I mean, granted, Joey and Tristan, they were full-time. Now you have to look at their jobs. It is what it is, the business world. But for me, I'm not to some extent saddened about it because what he kind of did with the OG members, Good Vibe Gaming, it's just kind of unfortunate, and it just, for me, that didn't sit well. And from what I said, also, I could be wrong, this one is for people just wondering, is Good Vibe Gaming a full-time? Is that a full business? From my understanding, again, I could be wrong with this one, so correct me if I'm wrong, that particular group there, it is something they do for extra income, but it's not sort of a full-time job for them. From what I understand, a lot of those members do have full-time job. And here's the thing. When they were still working at Gamexplain, from what I understand, they do have jobs of their own, plus doing Gamexplain, because they just love doing video games, sharing their thoughts to the community. So that's the same thing with Go Vibe Gaming, just without Andre. There you go. So, yeah, it is a surprise that he has no sponsor. That's kind of a big one there. I mean, if he did, a lot of people did say, if he did have a sponsor, maybe he had a chance, but again, no. So, yeah, I just want to add that apparently that's one of the also reason. And like a lot of people did say, I'm not going to lie, the Switch news, there's really nothing interesting, and I'm not even a Nintendo supporter. I prefer PlayStation over Nintendo, and there's really nothing interesting about Nintendo because a lot of people, yeah, they want to know about the next Nintendo console. Nobody wants to know about the Switch because it's already been done, 7 years, whatever. Why is it taking too long? They want to make sure that it's going to be successful because maybe they have this pattern curse. I know a lot of people kind of debunk it, that because first console, bad, the next one's good, and then it's bad because of the GameCube was bad, Wii was good, Wii U was bad, Switch is good. So do you think the pattern's going to be bad? I don't know. But is it going to be impactful than the Switch? Probably yes, no. And even so, it's a good idea to be a souped-up Switch. But if it does the same thing, it's backwards compatible, nothing really new to offer, the casual probably not going to get it, but that's a different story there. Bottom line is, as of right now in 2024, anything Nintendo-related story, unless it's juicy and drama, nobody gives a shit. It is what it is. So there you go. So it is unfortunate that this happened. But again, not a lot of people really are supporting of Gamexplain. They just, that's why not a lot of them said, poor Andre, whatever. It is what it is. To some extent, probably that's my thoughts too. It is what it is. Like I said, I keep saying that, apologies. But there you go. No more Gamexplain. The channel's going to be just something for fun. Kind of like I remember Anime TV kind of did the same thing. It used to be for fun. Revision 3 kind of gave them a business. And then after a while, Revision 3 closed down. Couldn't pay the employees. To a point, it just became like a YouTube channel. And then from in the long run, they were just say, oh, we're done. We're closing the channel. So it is what it is. There you go. Gamexplain's no more to some extent. Now it's just going to be for fun YouTube channel. That's it. So anyway, with that, I'll see you guys later.